Let's continue our conversation about how authors can legally, ethically, and creatively be using AI inside of their author business to save time, effort, and stress, and make sure this is your most profitable year ever inside of your author industry. Now, today we're going to talk about how you can be using AI to critically assess your author biography. We talk about your bios all the time. We've got playlists, we've got videos, we've got full courses to help you to create a biography that makes you sales and doesn't work against you. 99% of the authors I see have biographies that work dramatically against you, and very, very few people have author bios that make you sales. So let's talk about using AI to critically assess what we are doing inside of our biographies to see if it's actually going to help us, to hurt us, or if it's just something we're just kind of throwing in information about our Starbucks order and our kitty cats on. So let's take a look at how to do this with AI. It learns from your past, so that if you've already had conversations about it, it knows a little bit about you, but we want to give it a good framework and a lens to look through when giving you information. The more information you can give it, the better you are going to do. And this is going to be prefaced a little bit differently than most of the AI conversations we have here inside of this playlist. So with this in mind, instead of introducing myself, I am just going to go straight into what I needed to do. I'm going to say, act like a biography coach and critically evaluate my biography to tell me what you learned from my bio as a viewer of it. Here is my bio. And so I dropped in my author bio. Karen Robinson is a multi-time best-selling fiction author who helps readers and writers grow in the industry, and is a social media educator and speaker who helps entrepreneurs build profitable businesses through smart social media marketing. She's been spotlighted by Facebook for her innovative work in the field, has appeared on CBS News nationally, NBC News nationally, Newsweek, Business News Daily, Writers Weekly, Authority Magazine, Thrive Global, Newsweek, New York Comic Con, PennCon Charleston, PennCon St. Louis, MagicCon, LiveCon, and has partnered with companies like TikTok, Zin, BeLive, Restream, Logitech, and Lifetime. She specializes in live streaming, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok growth. She's the founder of LiveStream Action Plan, Social Time Saver, and IG Reels for Business. Her sci-fi, dystopian, fantasy, retelling, thriller, and mystery books are well known across social media. So I popped my blurb in there, and this is just my overall vague author one. Sometimes I get much more specific, and we'll talk about that. But this is the one that I give when I'm doing like magazine interviews and TV interviews and things like that, so people know who I am. I end at the bottom by saying, as a viewer of my biography, tell me what you can learn about me and my businesses and what stands out to you. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to let it think this through. And it is going to tell me a little bit of information about all of these things. This is going to be helpful for me to then critically evaluate it. Now, like I said, I do have lots of biographies. Sometimes I go much more heavily focused on the author things. So this is in a space where I am educating other authors as well, where I'm teaching marketing. All of those things are going to be instrumental in this. This will be, in part, some of the biography that I put in my books, but sometimes in my books, I'm also going to sway more toward the writing side of things, where you're going to see me more heavily leaning into what I write, how I interact with my readers, all of those things. This is more because I'm right here acting as somebody who is educating and coaching different authors, and so it's going to be a little bit of a different lens than what yours is going to look like. So it says, as a viewer of your bios, there are several key takeaways that I can gather about you and your businesses. Number one, diverse expert. It is evident that you have a diverse range of skills and expertise. As a multi-time best-selling fiction author, you have a strong background in writing and storytelling. However, you also extended your knowledge to help others in the industry, both readers and writers, indicating a passion for mentorship and knowledge sharing. Okay, that's a good thing. I wanted to communicate that because I wanted to be clear. Yes, I work with my readers, but I also work with other writers and other people who are aspiring to do what I do or do what I do in the way that I do it. So I'm communicating this really well. Now, I actually did this exact experiment over on the main channel, youtube.com/KMRobinson, where I dropped my other biography that was more heavily focused on the social media education and speaking and things. And it gave me a lot of good things and feedback with my biography. And one of the things that I said over there, and I do recommend you go watch that episode, is that you should always play devil's advocate with this. So this is a good ego stroke right here. It says that I'm doing what I'm trying to do. I'm setting out to say that I am an expert in a lot of different ways. I do have a diverse range of skills and knowledge, and I'm helping people with that. I could look at that and say, oh, if I'm doing my devil's advocate right now, that could say, okay, but she's not really telling me too much about what she writes. I'm not hearing enough about the books. This is great for an author or a wannabe author or an aspiring author, or somebody who just wants to learn what I'm doing, but maybe this is not going to get me the book sales. Maybe this is going to get me the course sales. Maybe this is going to get me the YouTube views so that I can make monetization over there. And so I can say, What do I need to tweak if I am trying to sell my novels? But again, this one is for the authors, the aspiring, the established, all of that, rather than the get the readers kind of a bio. But yours is going to be more focused toward getting the readers. So take that into consideration. It then goes on to say social media marketing. Your bio highlights your role as a social media educator and speaker, which exists. You have a significant presence and influence in the realm of social media marketing. Ooh, the entire thing just jumped. You've been recognized by Facebook for your innovative work in the field. You partner with notable companies, and it implies that you have a deep involvement and successful track record of working in the world of social media marketing. So yes, that is what I want. If I am working with people who I want to be able to help teach in the world of publishing, this is good. Number 3, media appearances. The fact that you've appeared on all of those different places indicates that you've established yourself as an expert and thought leader in your industry. These media appearances suggest that you have a strong reputation and credibility within the field. Again, exactly what I wanted, but you can play devil's advocate with that. Event participation. Your involvement in various events, such as all of those places, suggests that you're active in the community and you have a presence in both literary and media-related gatherings. These appearances may provide opportunities for networking and expanding to reach new audiences. Number 5, business ventures. Your bio mentions that you're the founder of several ventures. This indicates that you're not only successful as an author and social media expert, but as an entrepreneur who's launched initiatives to address specific needs in the industry. Number 6, genre diversity. Now, here's where we're getting to the question of our readers. So I've addressed all of these things with that big overall. Again, if you're just going for readers on this one, yours is going to look different than mine. It says your books genres such as sci-fi, dystopian, fantasy, retelling, thriller, and mystery show that you explore multiple creative avenues in your writing career. This suggests versatility and the ability to cater to various audiences and storytelling styles. Devil's advocate with this one. So let's look deeply at this one. I write in a lot of different places. We have this discussion in the author community a lot. Some people, especially in the past, they would say you need a different pen name for each genre that you write in to keep your marketing very clear. That's a very good strategy. We also know that in this point in time, for the last about 4 or 5 years, we have been looking more for less specific people and more multifaceted, multidimensional people. Now it's actually a really good thing for authors to be able to be that multifaceted author. We want to make sure that we have lots of diversity, lots of different places that people can reach out to us. You can make your own decision. If you want to keep that very specified, you can, and that's fantastic, and that's going to result in a lot of sales for you. If you want to be multifaceted, you can market it that way and make a lot of sales that way. No way is right or wrong, but depending on your specific need and the specific way that you are doing this to make your sales, that statement right there can either be, oh, that is exactly what I wanted. This is perfect for my readers. This is what I want to communicate, and this is how I'm going to make sales. If that made you feel so good, you did well. And if that makes you feel like, oh, maybe I didn't do so great, you need to change that. Maybe if you want to keep it more specified, that works for you. So you got to be very clear about this and look with both sets of eyes. That very critical eye where it says, oh, I didn't do what I wanted to do. That's not going to make me the money that I want it to make. Or that is exactly what I needed. That's exactly what's going to work for my audience. Then you're good to go. Be very, very clear about this and press hard on those questions. Number 7 is the social media growth. It kind of talks about that I'm showing other people how to help achieve that growth and success in their online presence with their social media. And overall, your bio presents you as a multi-talented individual with accomplishments in both the creative and business realms. It showcases your expertise in social media marketing, your extensive media presence, and your entrepreneurial endeavors. Your bio effectively communicates your authority and establishes you as a valuable resource for both aspiring writers and entrepreneurs seeking to grow their businesses through smart social media strategies. So for me, that worked really well because I'm working with you guys on this bio. If I just wanted to come in and talk just about my author life and not the fact that I'm helping other authors, that would look a little bit different. So you need to be very clear on your questions. Now you can start asking follow-up questions. Now you can be pinpointing different things that you're concerned about or that you want to clarify a little bit. So let's say that I put in this biography and I talked a lot about my social media and I want to make sure that my bio is a little bit stronger toward my readers. I could ask, what would make this biography appeal more to readers rather than aspiring authors? And let's just see what it says. What would make this bio appeal more to readers rather than aspiring authors. So let's find out what it's going to say. Woo! And it's exactly what we were just talking about. Perfect. Sometimes AI is very basic, bottom of the barrel, beginner level stuff, but this is not bad. So I would say to appeal more to readers, you would emphasize your book's success. While it's great to mention your expertise in helping writers to grow in the industry, place more emphasis on your achievements as a multi-time bestselling author. Mention the titles of your popular books, notable awards, recognition that they have received. This will immediately capture the attention of readers. So you can see how it's already evaluating what's going on. Showcase genre expertise. So instead of mentioning all the genres you write, focus on one or two genres that are particularly popular and unique in your body of work. This will give your readers a clear understanding of your writing style and the types of stories that they can expect from you. Perfection. Reader testimonials. No, don't put that in your biography. What are we doing here? This is more of a sales page thing. Don't listen to that one. Personal connections. Sarah brief anecdote. Nope, we're not putting personal stories into your biography. This is your biography that would go inside of your book cover. They would read before you go on stage at a book signing event. This is not it. This is not the vibe. But the top part definitely had it. Discuss themes and inspirations. So you can talk more about the themes that you write about if you are an issues writer, if you are somebody who writes in specific tropes, you can include those types of things as well. Engaging in social media content instead of focusing solely on your role as a social media educator. Mention how you use your social platforms to connect with your readers. Highlight the types of content that you share. That's okay if it's a longer bio, but that's not something you're going to tuck inside of your book or on your back jacket or whatever it happens to be. Book events and reader interactions. You can talk about how you do a lot of book signings and virtual events and things like that, but that's not necessarily something that's going to be super big on your biography. But you can see how it's critically evaluating things and it's pulling things out that you could then use on your website. Some of these things would actually be really great on your website. So we know with authors, you have your author biography. Then on your website, you have a fleshed out page that's more about you if people want to learn more about you. This is great content to be putting over there. So you can ask questions. You can critically ask it to critique you more. You can say, well, what do you mean by this? Can you give me better examples of this? What about if I tweak this sentence? Over in the other video on the main channel, I said something like, if I add in this line, what does that change? Or how does that impact the biography? And it said, that's a great thing to add. It tells you a little bit more about it. So you want to make sure that you're asking those follow-up questions and saying, well, what if I change this line? Does it impact it differently? What should I say here? Should I change this? Does this work for me or against me with what I'm doing and the motives for that? So you're putting in your biography, you're going to ask those follow-up questions, and it's going to be able to then tell you, yes, this is going to appeal to your readers, or no, it's not. If you're including things like your favorite coffee or that you have a cat or that you live in Arizona, none of those things move the needle for selling your novels. So it will help you be able to come in and say, okay, this is working for your readers. This will appeal to readers or this won't appeal to readers. It's going to appeal in this way or not in this way. If you say, hey, I'm from Arizona, that will not work for most readers, but it might appeal to people who are also from Arizona. So you have a very small audience that could potentially work for. So you're going to ask the follow-up questions. You are going to talk to your AI and say, well, does this help? Does this hurt? What can I be doing? And tweak from there. As always, follow along for more creative, ethical, and legal ways that you can be using AI inside of your author life to make yourself more profitable, save yourself time and effort, etc., to make sure that this is going to be an avenue and a path of profitability that you can pursue without having to worry about a lot of stress, a lot of extra work, and a lot of just extra things that you don't need in your life right now, and daily videos on how you can be navigating your world of publishing, how you can be doing your content creation and saving yourself time and effort, and how you can be marketing with ease so that this can be your most profitable year on social media and inside of your author life ever. Questions, drop them down below. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.